So this place is hopping. There are a lot of people here. Yeah, so this is 100% Grenache. This is the second pour. The first pour was a white wine that was a blend of, I can't remember what it was, Viognier and Susan, Roussan. I think it was those were the three white wines. It was okay. It had an interesting sort of smoky caramel flavor to it, which was different, but not really worth talking about that much. But yeah, 100% Grenache. This is really dark. Check that out. Yeah, spicy, oaky, heavy flavor on the nose. Wow, that is a big wine. There's a lot on there, and but not as spicy as I was expecting. So I think if you laid this down for 2 years, might be really, really fruity and nice. It almost kind of feels like a Zinfandel. It's got a lot of like that jammy fruit. And the long finish and the spice. Yeah. Yeah, I could drink this. This is nice. Moving on. Number 2. Okay, we've moved on to the Syrah. Check that out. It's, she said it was 3% Roussan added to the Syrah, which is something I've seen a lot these days. Adding a white wine, well, they're all white, but adding a traditionally white wine to a red wine, just to kind of take the edge off. This got a lot of dark cherry and some oak in there. Again, this is the Austin Hope Syrah. I can't remember what year it is. I'll have to check it on the sheet. Oh wow, that has got a lot of tannin, a lot of pepper and spice. This is a tough call because I'd like to think that this would calm down over time, and I'd actually be able to see what's behind that, the fruit behind all that spice. But with that amount of oak and tannins and spice, well, it's really hard to tell if this is going to be good later. I'm not a huge Syrah fan, mainly because it is such a big, bold wine. It's kind of even more intense than the Zinfandels are. Zinfandel, if you lay them down for a couple years, I'm usually all in. But this is a tough sell for me. It's a bold move to go after a Syrah, what's essentially 100% Syrah, because it is such a big wine, and these things do take a long time to settle in. But if you want something that's big and bold, and that's the palate you enjoy, I mean, this is beautiful. Even though it has a long finish, there's still like a smoothness to the texture when it goes down past your tongue. And the more you drink it, the more your palate sort of accepts the fact that this is what you're drinking. So it goes down a little easier the longer you drink it, to be honest. I'm really enjoying these wines. I think Austin Hope has a lot of promise here in Paso, but we're going to get into the cabs next, so that's my favorite thing. I'm surprised that they poured Syrah before the cab, so the cab must be really, really big. All right, that's next. All right, so this is was not on the menu. It's 100% Mourvedre, however you say it in French. I never took French in high school, so I'm more of a Spanish guy. But it's interesting that these are, look how dark this is. This is a really dark wine, dark fruit. These are all part of the whole GSM Rhone varietal thing that they do here in Paso a lot. So, Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, they do a blend, and that's sort of that Rhone French style. I think I like this one the best out of the 3 so far. because this is again, we did the Syrah and the Grenache, and this is the Mourvedre. And this has actually got less of the spice and tannins, a lot more jammy, a lot more fruity. I think giving this thing like 2 years laid down would be absolutely unbelievable. I would really actually like to see this age. So I might have to get a bottle or two of this one. Yeah, it tastes very little oak. There's not a lot of oak on there, which I like, as you know. So this is pure, a lot more of the pure fruit, pure grape. And again, really, really nice color. Yeah, I think I found a winner. I'm gonna try the Cabernet Sauvignon next. And I'm hoping they'll allow me to try a little bit of the reserve that they have, because that was really the reason why I came out here. I wanted to see what the reserve cab tasted like. So I didn't see any open, but hopefully they'll find some that I can try, because that's like 125 bucks a bottle, and I don't think I'm in for trying that just on pure luck. So I'd like to see what that actually tastes like. Okay, next one, cab coming up. So once again, they poured a wine not on the menu. So here we go. This is 50% Syrah and 50% Mourvedre. So we're getting into that Rhone blending. So check a look at that. That's some really nice color. I just smell the fruit. It's just got that sort of cherry berry flavor on the nose. Oh wow, kapow, right in the face. That is a heavy, boy, the Mourvedre by itself is so mild compared to this. That Syrah really, really kicks butt. Yeah, it's hard to, again, hard to imagine how this is gonna age. She said inside, she was saying something about it being like maple and bacon and sort of cup of coffee. So I get the coffee. It's got that like punch of coffee, that spiciness, that kick of coffee. And then the mapleness, sort of that, yeah, it's that caramel flavor a little bit. I can't say this is one that I would purchase, because I don't like the bitters. Something you should know about my palate, I love the sweet. So the more fruity, jammy you get, the more sweet, the less tannin, less oaky. That's my palate. That's what I love. So for me, even if this did sit down, lay down for 2-3 years, I think it would be better. But I don't necessarily think it would be my cup of tea, or my cup of wine for that matter. Again, this is the 50% Syrah, 50% Mourvedre. And yeah, it's got a lot of kick, a lot of punch, but also a lot of, that fruity jamminess. I don't hate it, but it's not something I would buy and look forward to opening up. I just don't see where this is going for me, for my palate, But these Austin Hope wines have all been really solid. I mean, they're good wines. It just depends on what kind of palate you're into. All right, God, I swear, the cab has to be next. All right, here we go. Okay, so the sun is out. It's a little bit brighter out here now. They just poured me the Cabernet Sauvignon. Now this is one that you can find usually in the stores, or you can find online for sure. You don't need to be a member to get this stuff. This is like their flagship wine. It's a big cab. I mean, this is like a lot of tannins. You can tell by the way I'm talking, sucking the the moisture out of my mouth. But it's really beautiful. And I think if you give this wine about at least 3, maybe 4 years just to lay down, let it settle with those tannins, I think this would just be an absolutely beautiful wine. But right now, for me, for my palate, it's just not approachable. I mean, this is a big wine. And as much as I love Austin Hope, I'm actually better off with the Mourvedre. But take a look at that color. Really nice color, beautiful wine. I mean, they're doing it right. They're doing it right. I really hope they can give me a little bit of the reserve, because I'm curious if the reserve is a little more approachable. But wow, I really taste a lot of like plum and fruit back there. Dark cherry. This is definitely something that would age really well, 5+ years, maybe into 15. That's the thing. The tannins really make all the difference. Okay, that's it for Austin Hope. Okay, so this is funny. Thanks to the couple sitting next to me, and shout out to you guys. I'll learn your names soon. But they were kind of talking about joining the wine club, and we were pestering them for a little bit of the reserve, which is, you know, it's a $125 bottle of wine. And I thought, well, I'd really like to taste it before I commit. And it really is, wow, it's a really big wine. It was aged for, I think he said it was 30 barrels, aged for 24 months in new French oak. So there is a good amount of oak in here. Wow, it's got a lot of tannins. He said that this was their inaugural, first ever reserve wine, and so Austin Hope is, you know, basically they pick their best blocks, best sections of their wines, of their fruit, and put it all together and make just an amazing blend of Cabernet Sauvignon. That was worth waiting for. It's a really good wine. Again, a lot of tannins, a lot of spice. This this reminds me of the Lin Calodo, sorry, where you need to wait at least 2, 5, maybe 8 years before this wine is amazing. But you can really taste the just the beauty behind all of those tannins and complexity. I mean, they really did take the best part. I think the best part of their fruit, and created a blend that was just really beautiful. So, yeah, they know what they're doing out here. This was a really nice, and they didn't give me enough, obviously. But that's it. We got to check out the reserve. We got the cab. I'm gonna probably grab a couple bottles of Mourvedre, because that was, to me, as the sweet palate, I really enjoyed that. And I think there's kind of a couple years on those where I can just let them sit for a little while and become really approachable and beautiful. So that's it. I swear, that's it this time from Austin Hope. Please like and comment and subscribe to my channel. We're going to check out more and more wines in Paso Robles. The woman at Windward said that there were 300 wineries here in Paso. I think I've tried 20. So I've got a lot of work to do, got a lot of videos to post. So we'll see you next time. Bye.